Baby, am I lazy?
No, you're not lazy.
What do I do for you as a military wife?
You keep the house going when I'm gone.
You love me
Take
for
care of
that?
all the bills and all that.
Do I sit on my ass all day?
No.
Do you come home to a clean house?
Yep.
Dinner?
Well, it's cooked most of the time. When you're not dealing with the kids, but I mean dealing with the finances. But yeah, most of the time, yeah.
Okay. All right. Go pick up the kids, baby. I love you. Okay. So the reason I did that, because he was getting ready to leave, but I wanted him to just say his opinion. Um, I'm doing a video response to a woman named Xxgoofy06xx. You lock that back there, babe. Okay. In a nutshell, she pretty much did a video called Lazy Military Wives. Um, in it, she basically said that some, not all, I'll give her that, she didn't say all, but pretty much that, those that choose to stay at home, it's like you're being lazy. No man wants, a woman that just sits at home, and you should be doing something. And to a certain extent, she had a point, but the way that she was coming off about it and her specific situation, I felt like it was my duty to get on here as an Army wife and just clarify some things. For one, let me let you know that I'm being civil about this, but I have to just be blunt with you because I'm just a blunt person and I keep it very real. Okay. For one, you're not a military spouse. You're a military fiance, and you don't have any kids. Okay. You also said that your fiance is overseas. Now, the way you phrased it, I want to assume that he's not even in Iraq, that he's doing like a hardship tour in, like Japan, Korea, whatever. If he's in Iraq, thank you for serving our country. No matter where he's at, thank you for serving our country. But my point in bringing up the fact that you're not married and that you don't have no kids is this. There is a huge difference in you just being his military fiance, you living wherever you're living, he's living somewhere else, you don't have any kids, and you don't have any major responsibility. Okay? There is a big difference when you're the spouse of a service member, and I say spouse because we have men and women spouses, and you're forced to uproot your family every 2 to 3 years and move. In my case, I live all the way in Hawaii. Okay? My family lives all the way in New York. Okay, so I don't have any family here. So I guess I find it a little bit offensive when you're like, oh, no matter what, because what you did say in your video was, oh, if it was me, I'd be working no matter what. Thing about it is, hon, you don't know what you would be doing. I said a whole lot of I wouldas and I'm gonnas, and it don't even work out that way. Okay? For one, let me clarify. I am a stay-at-home mom. I do work from home. Now, not to down at-home businesses like Avon, Amway, all that type of stuff, but I have a work-at-home job that I get paid every 2 weeks for now. I've been working at home on and off since 2004, but sometimes the work-at-home world gets a little shaky, and, you have to find something else. But I have managed to keep a work-at-home job. My house stays clean. I don't sit on my ass. Dinner is normally ready. There are days I don't feel like cooking, and that's every wife. I don't care how clean or whatever you are. Sometimes you don't feel like cooking. My finances in this household are taken care of. We have nice things, but I'm also a frugal wife. I coupon clip. I'm a saver, or at least I attempt, I attempt to be. And I just do all the things that I know is going to keep my husband happy and his mind off things while he's over there doing his thing in Iraq or no matter where it is, so that he can just focus on his career. Okay? Secondly, in my case, I'm all the way here in Hawaii. Okay? I'm assuming, because you said you don't have no kids, you don't know what it is to be uprooted this far away, especially when your Ocon is overseas, to be this far away and not really, not everybody comes to a military base and makes friends. It's nice to, they put in the pamphlets, oh, make friends, be with your neighbors. It's not always like that. So in specific cases, because everybody's situation is different, which is something you should realize, um, you know, in my case, I stay home because if something happens to my kids at school or they're sick, I don't like the burden of having to worry about, oh, am I going to be able to take off of work? Oh, he's not able to get off of work. Oh, he's deployed overseas and there's nobody else to get my kids. Now I have to try to get off of work again for this, for that, whatever. Okay? So that's one of the main situations why you have a lot of wives that like to stay home. Now, do not get me wrong. I feel you. There are some lazy ass wives. I see them all the time. They're sloppy. Their kids are dirty. Their kids look sloppy. Their house is dirty. When they come out, they don't even try to, and I'm not talking about dress up in, Prada and Gucci. I'm just talking about putting on a clean t-shirt, clean pair of jeans, and just looking presentable. Your hair done, you know, and that type of thing. And they don't watch their kids outside. They let their kids run all over. There are some wives that do that. At the same token, because you are a fiance, you also have probably never had the experience of living on post unless you were maybe a military brat or something to that extent. You can't go by what your cousin knows or a friend because everybody's experience is different. Fiancés can't live on post, so I know that you haven't lived here as a spouse. So I'm not sure what military wives you're coming in contact with, but I think you might want to go back after you get married and talk to, some spouses who actually live this life every day. Okay? It is wonderful to say you're going to take classes and you're going to do this. I had started taking classes, and I do now. Actually, I just wanted to go back to get a degree in web design. Okay? Um, when I first decided I was going to go back to school, we wound up having, we PCS. When I decided to go back again, we PCS. And when you PCS, a lot of times you're in a hotel, a military lodging. I was in military lodging for 2 months at one point. Internet access was shaky. I barely had access to the internet. It was awful. Okay? So it's just a number of things. Now, once you get someplace and you're settled, yeah, you can do that. But you have to keep in mind that not everybody copes the same way with certain situations. And it is very difficult, um, especially as a spouse, when you have a soldier, your service member, and he's deployed, and you have to deal with the kids, and you don't have the help. Now, I'm careful when I say that because you have a lot of single parents who do this daily, and I don't want to take any credit away from them. But at the same time, they're single. And I'm trying to phrase this the best way I can without coming off rude. What I'm basically trying to say is it's totally different when you have a spouse and he's involuntarily taken away from you to a certain degree because he did volunteer for the service. I know all that. But he's taken away from you because he has to be taken away, not because he wants to be away. So when you're used to having that two-parent system in the household to help you and then you don't have that no more, many spouses react differently to that. I know for me, the first time my husband went away for 15 months, not a year, but 15 months. And it was hard on me. It was very hard because it just comes to a point like you're like, when is this shit gonna end? You know? So all I'm saying to you is before you get on here and you make, these videos talking about lazy army wives, for one, I really don't think, and feel free to leave comments, I could care less. I really don't think you should make that assumption until you actually walk in the everyday shoes of a military wife, no matter what branch it is. Okay? So I hope that came off civil enough. I'm not trying to jump on your case or anything, but I just think that you might want to rephrase that because you really don't, it appears to me you don't really have the slightest clue about that specific situation. In any event, because I am an independent Army wife, visit me at www.armywife101.com where I help new fiancés, wives, spouses, girlfriends like you learn about understanding pay, PCSing, AIT, boot camp, all that good stuff. I hold contests and all that great stuff, and I run it all by myself. So, in any event, hope you take my video the right way. Love to talk to you. Again, feel free to leave me a video response. I don't mind. I can handle it. I'm a big girl. And subscribe to me. So, until then, bye.